Hello there, this is Jaybird Drone, and I'm out with the Fimi X8SE 2018 version, and I wanted to bring her out. It's been a while since I've been out with this drone, so let's go ahead and do a flight today. Why not? Did all the firmware updates at home. It's recommended to update your firmware at home. And also I did a compass calibration, so we're at 98% battery, 15 satellites. Let's go ahead and start our SD card recording. And here we go. Make sure our home point is set. That's good. And here we go. Turn her around. Right, drop the gimbal down. Alrighty folks, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit subscribe and hit all notifications to be informed on the latest and greatest new drones. Here we go. Alright, let's go ahead and I do like on the Fimi X8 models, it's got a exposure wheel on the controller, so let's go ahead and just adjust that slightly. Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, just taking her on up. I will say this drone is a lot smoother than the Xeno 2, even though this came out in 2018. Alright, we're up pretty high. Let's go ahead and make sure our camera looks good. A little bit better, might be a little bit too bright. There we go, I like that. Alright, we're good. Just doing full stick forward. Yeah, so this is the 2018 version, it's not the 2020. I'm on the fence about buying the 2020 version. I'm going to wait for other reviews on it. But I do still like this drone. It does fly pretty well. I also like the controller on this drone as well. It's a nice controller. Let's adjust that exposure again. Maybe too dark. There we go. We'll adjust it accordingly. Out over half a mile. 84% battery, 15 satellites. breakup in the FPV already. Yep, there it goes. So kick in the RTH. As you can see on the map, it's coming back to us. Let's go ahead and cancel that since we got an image back. Alright. So not very impressed on that. Let's go ahead and bring her up just a little bit. There we go. Okay. We got a picture image back. We're up a little bit higher. Let's see if that helps with the transmission signal. We're about 27, close to 28 miles per hour. As you can see at the top of the screen, that little red H, that tells you, it calculates the battery percentage. And when it gets to a certain percentage, it will kick in RTH, return to home, automatically. Alright, we're still going. Looks like we're getting a little breakup. Let's go ahead and bring her up just a little bit. Some people do use those parabolic adapters, but I don't use any of those. Maybe I should for this one. Alright, we're well over a mile. We're disconnected now. She's coming back to us. I will upload the SD card reading as well. Let's adjust that exposure. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, we got over a mile here in the city, which isn't terrible. She's coming on back to us, as you can see on the map here. You can also use the 5-directional wheel, point the camera down. And let's cancel the return to home. Alright, now it's back in our control. Go ahead and see if we can get that camera to draw up, and that's going down, which is kind of cool. So it has its pros and cons, just like any other drone. I'm not too thrilled about the range on it. And it still looks like it has kind of a crooked horizon. Let's fire on back. Still good on the battery, 62%. Drop the gimbal down a little. The Fimi X8SE does not have obstacle avoidance. It's not a big deal for me, but to some out there might like to have that. Alright, let's see. Trying to adjust the brightness on the screen for you guys. But it's a cheap drone, so I'm not expecting a whole lot out of it. But on the plus side, I will say that you won't have as many problems updating the firmware as you do on the Xeno 2 or even the regular Xenos. Those drones are a nightmare to do the updates on. So let's try the return to home and see how close it gets to that landing pad. If it doesn't get real close, I'll cancel. The thing I like about this drone is it has a switch on the controller that activates the RTH as well. This also supposedly has precision landing, but honestly, I don't think it's that good. But let's see, maybe it will. Stop the recording here. There we go. Let's try that again. I forgot. Whenever you do the return to home and you want to try the precision landing, you have to stop the recording. So let's try it again. So now it's going up to the altitude that I set on my RTH settings. It's going to go up to about 390, I believe I had it set at. Now it's going to come over to the pad. But sometimes I like to bring out the old drones just to give them a quick flight, especially with the new 2020 model that's coming out. So she's coming down. It's not anywhere close to that landing pad, so I don't think it is. I'll cancel it if I have to. Well, maybe, let's see. Trying to focus in on it. It's getting pretty close, folks. Are we gonna get it? That was only about a foot off. Not bad. Actually, that was pretty close. Not bad at all, folks. Okay, let's bring that gimbal back up. And my gimbal settings on slow for a good cinematic view. Let's go ahead and start our recording again. What do we got on the battery? 43%. Let's just go to the end of the park and back. I'll try the return to home one last time with the precision landing. But if you're debating about getting a Xeno 2 or the Fimi X8SE, I would go with the Fimi X8SE, either this model or even the 2020 model, depending on some of the initial reviews. But I feel like this product is built a lot better. The overall feel of the drone feels a lot better. Not as good as a DJI, of course, but you're also paying a lot more for those. I think, what is this going for? $350, $400. It's pretty cheap. Take a chance on it, folks. Alright, do a quick yaw around. I also think the camera on this drone's a lot better too. I like the exposure wheel on the side. We're gonna fly into the sun, so let's see if we can get a nice adjustment on that on the fly. Okay, it's too dark. We're getting that sunset effect. Brighten it up just a little. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit the return to home. So we're at 35%. Let's see how close we get to the landing pad. Okay, I think I had to return to home around 3:14, I guess it was. So you can adjust it accordingly to your environment. If you're around a lot of trees, go ahead and set it high enough to avoid any crashes. It's like I said, there is no obstacle avoidance. But you're also not paying as much for this drone. I'd take a chance either on this 18 model or the 20 model compared to the Xeno 2. So Xeno 2 is just a pain to do the firmware updates on. For somebody that just wants to go out and fly, it's not worth the headache. Especially if you have a drone that's just going to sit now if you can't get it to update. So I'm lowering the camera down. I'm going to cancel my recording here, so I can track the landing pad. And the camera does drop down automatically once it gets to a certain level. It does have an optical flow sensor at the bottom. I do take that back as far as the sensors, but as far as obstacle avoidance, there is none. But no toilet bowl effect like you get with the Hubsan. No Hubsan drop. This is not a video putting down Hubsan, because they do make some good products, but it's just a lot of headaches. And for somebody that just wants to go out and fly, it's not worth it in my opinion. Here we go. Let's see, it looks like it's getting close. Comes down nice and slow, which I like. So, is it catching it? It doesn't look like it. Looks like it was about, I don't know, a foot off. Foot or two off. There we go, now I'm on the pad manually. Bring that gimbal up if we can. Bingo. Alrighty folks, thanks for watching Jaybird Drone out with the Fimi X8.